So now I'll explain to you the definition of audit as given by SPICER and PEGLER. See, there are several authors who have defined audit, and I have picked up one particular definition given by SPICER and PEGLER, which I found most excellent according to me, but other definitions are also good. If we understand one particular definition, you shall understand other definitions also. So let me explain the definition given by SPICER and PEGLER. It is available in any book. You can write within inverted commas, and I'll just explain what is it all about. Given by SPICER and PEGLER, who started? I've already explained the word audit, from which word is come. I explained in the earlier video. The word audit has come from the Latin word audire. I also explained this is Latin word audire. Audire means to hear, and from here audit word has come, and auditing has come, auditor has come. I explained in the earlier video, and now let me explain. There are a lot of definitions. I'll explain one particular definition given by SPICER and PEGLER, right? The great authors, internationally famous authors. So they have said, what is auditing? They have said, is such an examination. First they are starting that auditing is some sort of examination. Examination of what? They have written examination of books, accounts and vouchers of a business. You can see the definition from any book. You can write yourself. I am not dictating here. You write from book or even internet is available. I am just explaining the meaning of the definition given by SPICER and PEGLER. So auditing is such an examination of books of account, voucher, accounts, etc. of a business. Why? Only purpose is that so that the auditor can satisfy himself, right? The person who is auditing is auditor. He is examining the books of account. The inner meaning is that he should be satisfied that about two things he will be satisfied. See, financial statement of a business organization, company, whatever we say, mostly main two parts of financial statements are profit and loss account and balance sheet. Nowadays it's called statement of profit and loss account and balance sheet. Whatever may be, same thing, balance sheet and profit and loss account. So the auditor examines the books of account. His purpose is that he should satisfy himself about two things. Two things. One, that the balance sheet is properly drawn up. You know, there are different types of forms of balance sheet. Like in sole trader, there's a sole proprietorship balance sheet form is different. Then in partnership is a bit different, and in company again different. And today lots of different types of forms of company balance sheet have been given to you. In 20 companies of 2013, forms of balance sheet have been given, but later on lot of changes are there. You might have seen those changes in balance sheet formats. I am not explaining that, but I want to tell you one thing, that auditor has to satisfy that balance sheet is properly drawn up. It may be insurance company, then again different types of balance sheet. It may be bank, again different types of balance sheet. It may be simple commercial company, then form of balance sheet different. So balance sheet has to be drawn in the proper format. Whether it is properly drawn up or not, auditor will check. That's the auditor examines. And number two, simply drawing properly balance sheet is not sufficient. One more thing, whether balance sheet reflects the true and fair view. I'll explain the meaning of true and fair view again. The true and fair view of the financial position of the organization. Balance sheet drawn properly, number one, and then balance sheet reflects the true and fair view of the assets and liabilities of the organization. Whether these things are done or not, for that auditor checks it. And one more point, profit and loss account. Whether profit and loss account, profit and loss account, how it's made, you all of you know, is sold differently. Again, in companies, different forms are there for making profit and loss account. Whatever may be the organization, whether profit and loss account gives the true profit or loss of the organization or not. So he has to check everything. He will check accounts, he will check books of account, he will check vouchers, he will check a lot of other things. And ultimately, his object is to know whether balance sheet is properly drawn or not, and whether balance sheet gives a true picture, not only true and fair picture or not, and whether profit and loss account gives true profit and loss or not, true and fair view or not of the company, of the organization. As per the information given to him, because whenever he goes for auditing, then the company, from the organization, he gets some information, some books of account. According to those books of account, whether balance sheet is showing true fair view or not, and whether PL account is showing true and fair view or not, he will find out those things. And he will also ask for some explanation from the accountant, from the other people in the organization, some explanation which you will hear, let's say hearing them. And according to those explanation and information, whether he is satisfied or not, you write it in the report. After auditing, there is a report you have to write, known as audit report. So whether that is properly he is satisfied or not, if he is not satisfied, in which area he is not satisfied, he will note down all these things. Then his duty will be over. Now we have understood the definition, very beautiful definition given by SPICER and PEGLER, and other definitions are almost like this only. But before I end up this video, I'll tell you one thing. You please subscribe it, my channel. You'll be getting a lot of things in academic and other things also. You'll be getting some motivational speech, you will get some things, current affairs you will get sometimes. It may help you sometimes in other courses also. So I share different types of videos here. And you will subscribe also and like the videos, and if you are not satisfied in any point, you can make comment. You can send me some message, my personal number, that you need explanation or small video of certain concept. I'll be doing that. Now before I end up the video, I want to explain a very beautiful thing from this definition. Here SPICER and PEGLER says whether balance sheet gives true and fair view and profit and loss account gives true and fair view, right? So why true and fair? Two things are there, true and fair. Let me explain that in 1 or 2 minutes. True means everybody knows true means true, and fair. True is something good, fair is also good. So why true and fair both? Why given true and fair? It could be only true picture, sufficient. But he said true and fair, both should be there. That means true and fair has got, concept of true and fair has got a different meaning. If you say only true, this is not sufficient. It should be true and it should be fair. You can say all true things are fair. Wrong. All true things are fair. Wrong. All fair things may not be true. Interesting point I am explaining today. You will be liking this concept. All true things may not be fair. And all fair things may not be true. Can I explain it in one example? Okay. Suppose I am explaining one example which is not from business. Suppose your friend has met with an accident. Suppose it's true, and there is a lot of bloodshed, and his leg is broken in the road, and you have seen, and then it is true, and you call his father. His father is a cardiac patient, heart patient, and if you tell his father, uncle, your son has met accident and lots of bloodshed are there, he will die now. What will happen? You understand that? This is true, but don't say so much. Thinking his condition, you tell him, hey, uncle, okay, we are managed something. Don't say every truth to him, because that may amount to another accident. Two things, but you can hide something, no problem. Everybody does it. On and on, isn't it? So that is true, but all two things, if you say, that will not be fair. It will not be fair. Similarly, one more thing, I'm saying true, in a business, one person has been asked to go to Mumbai and come back for the company's work from Guwahati. So he has gone to Mumbai and come back. Then the accountant asked him for voucher, and he is given ticket he is given, and the total expenditure is 3,50,000. Correct? 3,50,000. True. Voucher is there, ticket is everything true. Then accountant asked him, or the management asked him, why you spent 2,50,000? He said, my ticket was 90,000 from Guwahati to Mumbai. 90,000 is 9,000 only. He said, no sir, I went by executive business class. and came back that way, 90,000, 1,80,000, and other food I stayed in the Taj Mumbai, and that way. Then the question will be from the management. This is true, you have spent money, this is true, voucher is okay, but this is not fair for you. You are not a director, you are working in a small post. The management, the rules does not permit you go by business class. You should have gone by, say, ordinary ticket, economic ticket in flight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay. But what you've done is true, but not fair. This is not fair. This will not be allowed. Auditor will check it. Auditor will check it going from Guwahati to Mumbai, coming back at 350,000. Auditor will question here. All the vouchers are given, but vouchers are true. Everything is true, but there is a question. Is it fair? Hope you understand the meaning. Is it fair? It's not fair. So true and fair things are put together. All true things are not fair, and all fair things may not be true. Remember, it's a debatable thing in the very preliminary class of auditing, and later on, if you want, I'll make one more video on true and fair concept, and you can use it in your personal life also, this concept. It will be very much inspiring words, isn't it? Going from Guwahati to Mumbai, coming back 350,000, how come? He's a clerk only, spending 95,000 in business class. It's not fair, but true. Got it? So this is the meaning of true and fair. So auditor will verify whether balance sheet gives a true and fair view of the financial position, asset, liability, and whether profit and loss account gives a true and fair view of the profitability of the organization. These are the two things mainly he checks, and for these are the two things he checks all the books of account, vouchers, other documents, everything he checks, and that is called auditing. Okay, thank you.